From Soviet moles in the South China Sea to my great pal Linda McMahon, former head of the Small Business Administration and former WWE CEO and America First Policy Chairwoman. Linda, good to see you. So you wrote a great piece. You want worker productivity. In fact, you want to change these Biden policies. Give us a quick summary on your growth plan. I love it.
Well, you know, Larry, when worker productivity goes down, paychecks go down, and they don't have as much money to buy things. So how do we increase worker productivity? And that's really, the wonky definition is, how much goods and services does a worker produce per hour? And I think Bidenomics, if you want to call it that, has certainly been detrimental. We have to give flexibility to workers. They have to be able to work in a gig economy. They have to be independent contractors if they want to be. They can be employees if they want to be. But how are they going to make their best living? And if we allow them to do that by not over-regulating them, for instance, if a worker goes from one state to another and he has a license, maybe he's a welder. So he's working in one state as a welder and he goes to another state, and that license isn't recognized, and he has to spend hours of classroom training, et cetera, and money to be relicensed. We should have universal licensing. We started that really in the Trump administration, looking at that. 20 states have done it, and I think 30 more states ought to come on board. So we have to look at those kinds of things so that workers can increase their productivity. What is good worker productivity is like manufacturing products. It's raising the food that we need to eat to feed our country. What's bad worker productivity is paperwork that keeps you bogged down when you're not producing goods and services. So that's really what we have to focus on in our country. I
agree. Occupational licensing is really terrible, and it's very expensive, and it's a lot of red tape. And, we hate to say it, we both spent some time in Connecticut. You see it all over the place, and it prevents people. And by the way, it prevents low-income people and prevents minority groups from starting businesses often in their own homes, which is really tragic. And they could be more productive. You also talk about, one of my favorites, you talk about the lack in education, the lack of apprenticeship, and the lack of technical training and vocational training. This is one of my favorite things. Why don't we focus on that? We don't all have to be sociologists. We don't all have to be experts in minority history. Why not vocational training? Why not good apprenticeship?
Larry, it's one of the things even several years ago when I ran for the Senate in Connecticut, and you and I talked about this then, that we don't have vocational training in our schools anymore. I date myself because when I was in high school, you could choose to have vocational training or you could go down a college pathway. And if you had vocational training, you might even have a job after school, and you could leave at 1 o'clock. You could go and you could train in that trade. Maybe it was an electrician, or maybe it was a plumber or a seamstress or whatever it was. But we have taken that away, and I think we have to look at our K through 12 education as well as our higher education to make sure that we're working with business and industry to teach what these students need to be successful in the marketplace.
Great stuff. Linda McMahon, thank you for coming back on. By the way, appreciate it. Great op-ed piece in today's Washington Examiner.
Good to see you. Thank you.